Yes, I was a Christian who had a demon. Let's get straight into this video, man. Um, so let's start from the beginning. I started at the beginning of the journey. At the beginning of my faith, when I started following Jesus Christ, I started following him wholeheartedly. I turned away from my sin. Boom, I felt the Holy Spirit. Boom, hit me, right? And I turned my life all the way around. Then I got deceived, and I stopped believing in Jesus because of certain family members, like I said in my last video about my experience with demons. And I fell away from Christ for a season. I prayed to God before I did that, and I made a promise to him that I would never lose my faith. And as I fell away from Christ, I saw the fruits of the doctrine that I was following, and it wasn't the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and I didn't feel the Holy Spirit no more. So I repented. I returned back to God. I returned back to Jesus Christ. And I started going to church again after I came back to Alaska. And then I went to church. And then the guy prophesied. He prophesied over me the first time. And he told me things nobody else would know but God himself. Nobody else would know but Jesus Christ himself. And he's telling me that I had a great calling on my life. I was called to make music. He was telling me things about my dad, how he was never there for me, etc. And I was wondering why this had to happen to my dad, etc. And then that was the first time he prophesied over me. Then the second time he prophesied over me, he told me that God had a great calling for my life, but there was going to be a Jezebel spirit that was going to try to come and take me out. I don't quite remember quote for quote what he said, but it was somewhere around those lines. And at the time when he prophesied this to me, I was double-minded. I kind of believed him, but also I had a lot of doubt. So, but I also was at the time like, nah, I'm not falling to no Jezebel. Silly pastor. Whole time, what he said came to life, and it happened. And I moved to Anchorage. My church was in Wasilla. I was staying in Wasilla at the time when he prophesied this over me. And I was staying with my mother, and I was going to church consistently. And then I moved to Anchorage, and because I was praying that God would give me a job that would help me to pretty much live on my own, because I was living with my mother still. And I think I was 20 around the time, 20, maybe just turned 21. And I was asking God to help me get my own place, help me to get a stable job that would help me celebrate his Sabbath and